Welcome to the Velvet Podcast. In today's episode, we are diving into a topic many fashion designers can relate. Managing clients can be such a big deal. The customer isn't always right. We need these individuals to be in business, but you can't keep bending your rules all the time just to accommodate everyone. We are looking at the common conflict sources between fashion designers and clients. We are proudly sponsored by Limpa Fabrics for all your fabrics for your couture sewing. Look no further, it's Limpa Fabrics. I'm DR.CLEMENT, Asemnyra. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and click on the bell notification icon. Get notified anytime we upload an episode right on this channel. We go for a quick break. When we come back, I will introduce my esteemed guest and we will start the talking. Dear designer, are you in search of a one-stop shop for all your couture fabrications? Whether you are crafting stunning wedding gowns or elegant dresses, Limpa Fabrics is your ultimate destination. Limpa Fabrics offer an exquisite selection of luxurious fabrics, from bejeweled embroidered laces to silk organzas, silk mikados, timeless pieces that will bring your designs to life. Visit us in East Legon on the Adringano Road. Contact us on 0256 949 413 or 0559 997 978. Visit us on Instagram at Limpa Fabrics and have a feel of our exquisite fabrics, which will dazzle your mind and bring your designs to reality. Walk into our shop and experience a true couture haven.
Hello Africa, I'm Tan Piyasit Wangpom, founder of Emotion Academy and creative director of Emotion Atelier. I am thrilled to announce that I will be bringing my expertise to Nigeria and Ghana, proudly hosted by Dream College of Creative Art.
With over 32 years of experience in fashion design, specializing in dressmaking, draping, sewing, and pattern making, I'm excited to share my atelier secrets with you. This September 2025, join me for a series of masterclasses on bridal dressmaking, pattern making, and draping.
Dear designer, this is priceless opportunity you can't afford to miss.
Instead of the costly journey to study abroad, thanks to DR.CLEMENT Asemnyra, you now have the chance to learn from me at an affordable rate, right in your home country. Choose your preferred class today, reach out to Dreams, and secure your spot before they fill up.
I'm looking forward to welcoming you in class and embarking on this creative journey together. I'm Tan Piyasit Wangpom, and I will be your instructor. See you soon.
Welcome back from that quick commercial break. Today is about fireworks. We are not joking here, and the business of fashion is really a big deal now. We have to stay in business. We have to make things right, and addressing such issues is what we do on the Velvet Podcast. I have joining me two incredible fashion designers based here in Ghana. I have Angel's Creation. If you want to see volume in construction and also embellishment at its peak on pieces that will blow your mind, it's Angel's Creation. You know her with such an amazing voice. The pieces don't just ring a bell, but it gives you a melody that will blow your mind. Angel's Creations, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you.
Also joining me, I have Ruba Kaus, a creative designer. Ruba Kaus is so creative. Just give her anything and she'll create the magic. Welcome.
Thank you, Doc.
So today we are going to have a very clear conversation. I'm excited having you guys because you are going to bring it as it is. So we have the Velvet Cakes here. It's the Velvet Podcast. So let's go. Good. This is going to clear the conversation. You take a bite and we are ready to have a full conversation on the Velvet Podcast. Let's go. Go. And go. So you're going to take a bite and we will start talking. Very icy. Meaning the conversation is going to be so icy. So you know what? I always say, just being a designer is not just it. you equally need some kind of emotional intelligence to be able to run this business, and dealing with people who come with different needs, body issue, emotion issue, and your duty is to make sure they look good. We always go through so much, right? And I want to say this. Addressing this issue, you go online now and you see clients throwing designers. Social media today has made things in a way that in the least mistake, you will just be all over the place. And the brand that you've been building over a period of time, you realize somebody dragging it in the mud. We go through challenges and we want to look at these challenges and how we actually address them in certain ways. The first, we are looking at fabric cost misunderstanding. In bespoke practice, I know there are a lot of brands that accept fabrics. Despite personally, I'm not a big fan of accepting fabrics, but generally you have to accept it for a business. And we have clients who come to you with fabrics. Once you price them per whatever you are doing for them, they tell you this fabric is cheap. Now fabric in me say, now what you say? This conversation, I just want to understand from Angel, how do you handle such issues?
Okay, thank you, Doug. So personally, I've had problems with clients that makes such statements. One thing that we have to know is that the price of a fabric does not guarantee the price of the production cost.
Exactly.
When you buy a fabric for 10 pesos, you don't expect me, the designer, to take 10 pesos to design, because you have to understand it's a teamwork. And every department in a fashion industry, there are people that brings out your design to life. Yeah. Let's say we have pattern makers, we have tailors, we have somebody is going to do the embellishments. Probably if there are stoning installations, we have people that are going to handle that. So before we tell you that, oh, I can take this amount to produce this garment for you, you should be able and willing to pay.
Yeah, because there is a lot of things that goes in, and it's not about the fabric. Exactly. So, Carls, now you have made it clear to the clients you're supposed to pay this rate because it's not about the fabric, but it's about the design process or what goes in. And the client is prompting you on the fact that this is cheap, so I can't pay this. How do you handle it if you've even had a couple of these issues?
Most times, I don't like receiving fabrics from clients.
Exactly.
It is very problematic. For instance, maybe you need 15 yards of fabrics to produce a couture piece, and you tell the person, get me 15 yards. The person goes to town, shows the design to
this local fabric.
Yes, vendors. The fabric vendor does not know what goes into whatever it is you are going to create. No fabric calculation, because all these are parts before you'll be able to know whether you are going to use 15 yards or 10 yards. Or when they go, they will be like, oh, this one, 6 yards will be enough.
Yeah.
So now you've told the person 15.
The person brings 6 yards.
The vendors makes it look like maybe you are trying to steal their fabrics from them. So personally, I don't really like taking fabrics from clients, but as you said, business must go on. So when it happens that way, you explain to them, this is cheap, but this and this and that is going to go into what we are going to make, which is going to exceed your fabric cost. So your fabric, even though it is cheap, now we are going to make the outfit expensive. It means that you are going to have to pay.
Which totally makes sense. And it clearly means once the individual is not willing, I mean, we've gone past that stage. If the individual is not willing to pay for that rate, you have to let the person go back. Then connecting to what she said, in relation to the fabric yardage, you look at the design and you feel this design, you need 20 yards to bring the design to life. This client came with fabric and they came with 12 yards. The fabric has been delivered to you and they expect you to be able to create magic. We even have some that will tell you that my mother sews and I'm a pamadieda. You should be able to do this with that yardage. How do you are you a magician? How are you going to create that?
Personally, I find that insulting because you can't consult me and then I tell you I will need 20 years to produce a style and then you go and then show it to your mom or whoever feels that has
More experience
than I do. Then you bring in 12 years. So when I receive the fabric, I'm going to call you and ask you, have you changed your mind on the design?
Okay.
And then if you tell me no, and then I ask you, the fabric is not enough.
Great. That makes sense. But I feel a lot of designers they want to help.
Yeah.
So let me try and do something. And they end up doing it and the client sees the piece and they are not excited about it because the client tells you in the video, you realize the girl turned and then the flow is flowing. When I turn, it's not flowing.
It's just standing, staring at you.
Let me tell you this. I learned this a very hard way. Compromising on stuff like this. At the end of the day, it is not, she won't say that, oh, my fabric was not enough. Oh, you didn't do a good job. Wait, so I'm saying this now. If you're a new designer coming up, learn it. As we are saying it here right now. Do not compromise on certain things. Like
your standard.
Yardage.
If it's not possible, it's not.
It is not. Because at the end of the day, and the type of fabric you use, don't say that, don't assume the client will not be able to pay. You are trying to consider. If the fabric is 350, state it is 350. If it is 80, state it is 80. If possible, give them the options.
Exactly.
So that the person knows, the client knows that, okay, I'm going with 40 cedis per yard fabric, or I'm going with 100 cedis. But if you try to assume for them, they will come and tell you made a cheap garment for them. When the thing do not go well.
So I totally like this point of we not compromise, and I think it's something that a lot of us, we are very emotional about the business and we always want to help people. We always want to make sure clients are okay. Now let's also move to this point, which is a huge problem as well. Social media has made it easy for everyone to source for ideas. People are following certain blogs, watching certain things on Pinterest, and they are able to gather crazy inspiration from even top brands. We know we always work with design inspirations and we get to just change some stuff around it. Now you have clients who bring very top-notch brands work and they expect you to create. They want you to let them look saucy, sassy, a la maison vibes, but they come with an onufu bon budget. Which is way below the belt as a brand. And this conversation is very important to me because I actually have an industry friend that I've been through a mess because of this, which connects with what Ruba Cow said on compromise. We want to help them. Imagine you have a bride who comes to you with so many stories and you've decided to help this person with a budget that is even nothing. You will end up becoming a terrible person. The next moment you're on social media, you are being dragged. Now, they come with the expectation. The money is not up to. What do you do? Do you always have to compromise, like even going way below the belt?
I don't personally, because sometimes when you try to, as Carl says, when you try to find yourself in their shoes as a female, having to do a lot of things in a short time, those people rather comes and then turns around to become problematic people. They will stress you. So maybe before you start your story, I'll also create my own story. Exactly.
Oh, I love this. I mean, you know the game already. So before you come with your story, I have my story.
I have to pay. I have pending payments. I have not met my targets. In fact, I have containers I have a lot of things I have to do.
Exactly.
So you don't expect me to take less for an extreme work. And you have to understand that team that we are working with will not be in the consultation room with you to understand you actually trying to help this client. What you are marking a tailor per day,
you have to pay them.
You're paying the exact thing. Yeah. They don't know whether you relate to the person you're trying to run a charity or something. When it's at the end of the month, they just be staring at your face like that. They are expecting their payment. So personally, me, I don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cows.
I talked about no compromising, but you know, we are humans. Sometimes
Yeah.
your emotions get in the way of business, which is not supposed to be so. So I talked previously about you laying it out to them. So me, I like giving you options. I'll give you 3 options. Maybe this fabric costs 40 cedis, this is 80 cedis, this is 150 cedis. With the budget you are coming in with, which one would you prefer? This makes it you give the client the opportunity to choose what is
In
the
their
money
pockets.
their pocket, what will be okay for your pocket.
But the options don't even, they will still want the top notch.
That is where you stand
With
on
the
your
football
ground.
budget.
Exactly. That is where you have to stand on your ground.
And what I
Because
also
you do that and you know you're going to be in trouble at the end of the day.
That totally makes sense. Then we have those who are designers as well. I'm just imagining how it feels having someone you're making clothes for, and the person comes and they criticize literally everything on the garment. That why have you used this thread? Why is this measured this way? I used to sew. I did home economics, clothing and textile. My mom sews, my sister sews. So I know this and I know that. And now, even with some designers, conflicts between designers, some is based on some clients. Because a client can come, now when brides are even getting married, they don't want to do everything from one vendor.
Yes.
The person can do their wedding gown from you, reception from her, whatever from this, and they have to go for fittings from all these brands. So one can come to you and go like, okay, you haven't turned this, and can go back to her on another fitting and then go with an information from the site. So let's say you have a client that you're doing something for. You may not see this from the beginning. It's probably during the process that you will start experiencing certain bits. And if you're very smart and you know this client is going to give you a problem, this is what you are facing. What are you going to do? Are you going to turn down because you've started a process?
One, when the person was coming in for the measurement, the discussion, was someone else there with them? Did they come with someone? When they come, is there a contract that they sign? Is there some document that shows that they're supposed to bring in one person or two
Or two
persons?
people.
Yes. If there is, then you all agreed on a particular style and something is not going well. Even then, the decision is between you and the client. No other third party should call a designer telling him or her the sleeve didn't go well. It's disrespectful.
That totally makes sense.
Sometimes when it happens that way, when they are so petty, if you are not careful, you question yourself as a designer. And if you are not careful, you leave the work that you love because someone called you, called you out on something so small that could have been resolved.
It totally makes sense. So it means for us to even solve this third parties issues, right from the bespoke contract or whatever policy you are serving them, you have to state the number of people that is expected to be part of the entire design process. And just like what she said, if the cousin wasn't part during the consultation, it means the cousin can't be part during fitting.
Exactly.
This totally makes sense. Now, since I've mentioned fitting, there's also a global issue. Skipping fittings. In bespoke design, fitting is very important. It's not like a ready-to-wear where you pick the piece off the rack and you are good to go. This, you are making the piece to really taper the body. You are trying to avoid any fault as much as possible. So we even have first fitting, second fitting. If we followed news like Oscars, Grammys and all that, you see Oprah, Beyonce behind the scenes after these events, flying from one city to another, going to design studio to get fitting done. Now you have clients who just don't want to come and fit, and some will even tell you, ship the garment to me just a day to their important events or big days. And when they receive it, you go on WhatsApp and you have a tall voice note. Once you see the voice note, 3 minutes or 5 minutes, you're hot.
We'll start beating.
And you keep receiving, and you've been sewing for me for a long time. You're not good enough. The sleeve has done
You
this.
didn't do this of yourself.
How is that possible, Angel?
It's very funny how they expect fashion designers to become magicians at the same time. Yeah, it's very funny. At times, you hear some phrases like, "Oh, because you sew for yourself and it's perfect. You do it yourself and it's perfect. And when I bring mine, you do it anyhow." Don't forget that even we, the designers that owns our body, and we always have tape measures on our necks. We even do the dresses ourselves. We fit, and then there are some flaws somewhere,
Exactly.
and we will still have to adjust it. So talk of someone, probably a verbal order. I don't know you. You've seen samples I have made personally on my platform. You pick my contact. And then you just pick it, like you just call. I want you to make this. You send your measurement. Probably I have time to do a video call with you, look at your figure 1 or 2. But one thing that they forget is that this our body run through changes almost every
All the
day.
time.
You get it. And then sometimes the structure of the fabric we are working with also calls for problems. And then clients don't want to understand that. Okay, sometimes you can understand because they are not in the technical field as we are. But they also have to know that since you didn't come for fitting, you don't have to expect
It can't be
100 over
100%.
100. Yes.
And
so
that doesn't make you a terrible designer.
it doesn't at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't at all. Even with the ready-made dresses that you go to, but even the gowns, they always run to us adjusting it for them.
Yeah.
So there is nothing like the almighty designer anywhere. So for me personally, when you don't come for fitting and you have me ship it to you, you should have it in your mind that it could be 70-30, 60-40, 50-50, or 90-10. If you understand it that way, then you can't come dragging me.
So I think I like that. It means you are going to make it clear to them that
I
this
love
is
doing voice notes.
Yeah.
I love doing voice notes, and I like pinning my conversations. So when I'm done consulting a client, I do a summary of what we have discussed, and I pin it for 30 days. When the 30 days is due, and I'm not done, or I've shipped the clothes to you, and I've not heard from you, I still repin, because some people are naturally something else.
Yeah.
At times, they talk to you on phone, they forget what they tell you. And then after the work is done, they come back dragging you.
Yeah.
So because of that, I love to do a summary and then pin it. So anytime you come on my wall, it is there, staring at you.
I think I like this trick, and a lot of us have to take note of it. I mean, you are dealing with different clients, it's different conversations. So once you've been able to finalize on some bits, you are going to make an audio trying to pinpoint everything you've agreed on.
Confirm.
Maybe you want the lace, it should be in white, it should be a brocade, it should be that. That totally makes sense.
So when you receive the dress and then you come back all over ranting, I then send you that emoji, that finger like that. Can you please go through that audio? So at times you have them go through the audio and then they go mute.
Yeah.
And then they are like,
Everything
okay.
is just there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know that kind
then
of
they
thing.
are all over like that.
So you mostly, I tell you, especially when it's those gowns that drape work. I'll tell you, this is drape work. And in draping, you can't get it exactly the same.
Because some are experimental.
Yes. So know that I'll try to go by what you want, but know that when it comes out, you won't get it the same.
Yeah.
As you said, 50-50, 60-50. Yeah. Sometimes, and they forget that it's a risk, sewing. It's just like you being in your home, ironing. You are taking a risk.
Yeah.
We being in business, we are taking a risk because the business can go south or it can go well. So if you go to a fashion designer to sew for you, don't expect that everything is going to be perfect. Those high fashion that we see on the internet, the people go there for fitting severally.
Exactly. And now let's even look at this issue as well. The whole, when Photographers are now doing this tricks of when they are editing pictures. They have a way they can taper with the waistlines and all that. I'm excited now. You can see events happening, and probably the celebrity have posted a photo already, and later you see a video of them and like, look at this. You realize it's edited. So you have clients who come to you with hourglass model figures, and they tell you, "Me paucho, mami you see." You get that, and their waistline is giving you 38, 40, and they want a Kim Kardashian waist. So, are you a surgeon? Are you going to perform like liposuction on the fabric? Yeah. So, I mean, now we even have top brands, would-be brides before their big days. They also have money. You know, we have some brands that are affiliated to some hospitals. So they can look at you and tell you, if you want to look like these pictures you see on our pages, we recommend you should get your waist done before your big day. If you have 4 months, 5 months, and because they are affiliated to the hospitals, you have like a discount if you want to do that. But I think we have to be honest. Yeah. Once you look at the piece and you see the person's measurement and you know it won't work, let's be honest with them. We make it look like we can create that magic, and they come to fit, they look at themselves in the mirror and they don't believe the image on their phone and what they are seeing.
Total contrast.
It doesn't make sense, but that is you. I mean, that is you. So we have to actually be honest with them. Then let's move on to payments, which is also a very crazy conversation. So I actually saw a post on Facebook some time back. It was crazy. The girl had said the bride was having her wedding, I think, on Saturday, and by Friday, they haven't released the balance. And the mother was calling that they need the garment. I think the wedding was happening in a different city from where the designer was based. And the designer clearly stated, once the payment is not received, we can't release the garment. And they also commented they were having challenges transferring the money. The designer didn't release the garment until they had paid the next morning. Due to that, the wedding delayed. And after the event, they started sending her cares voice notes on WhatsApp. And the thing is, I think she did the right thing. Yeah. If she had released the garment, even getting the balance will be like a struggle. Yeah. So in terms of receiving monies from clients, a lot of us, we are surrounded by friends and families as our clientele. And when they have to pay us, they are dealing with us. And you sometimes don't know what to do. If it's your auntie, there is a family funeral and everyone knows you are the baddest designer in the family, and your aunt will call you, your cousins, in Tumana, we are bringing our fabric to you. And everybody brings it. You are done. You have to move it here and there, and you are not receiving the money. How do you handle such situations? I love this.
I always tell students that graduates from my school, when there are families seated, I always tell them that in this business, when you don't make it, the same relatives you try to make them happy will mock you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They will tell you to your face how you have failed in the fashion industry. So because of that, I don't do friends, I don't do family.
You were doing charity.
I've gone past that. And there is one thing that you should be able to stand firm when you start hearing. Yeah. Like when I give her clothes, she will not do it. I will not do it because a client can't give me a dress that he or she is paying me perfect for it. Yeah. And then you expect me to fold that fabric somewhere and then do yours for you for peanuts. I will not do that. So
it totally makes sense.
To do the work for you, let's say I'm charging 1,000, you should be able to pay like 800. Yeah. And you don't expect me to do everything for free. For free. How do I pay bills? That is my problem. How do I handle all these expenses that goes into the garment? And
I know this is something we've been preaching, that it's good to support each other. And I feel even as a family, if you have someone in there that is doing something like that, you have to support them. Let's say if your husband have even opened a provision shop for you, the fact that he has opened the provision shop for you doesn't mean he walks into the shop and pick anything. No, you would have to account for the business, and if the business is thriving, he knows you've been a good manager. So it's good for us to support each other. You may not want to pay the exact, which I know, but at least there should be that attempt on wanting to pay for the services that is being rendered to you. Carl, you wanted to say something.
This is something my little sister taught me. When I was starting, nobody trusted in my brand, obviously. So I was sold for her. It was like an advertisement, but she insisted on paying me. You know what she said? If I pay, it will not stop you from taking money from your friends.
Yeah.
Because I am your sister.
And I'm paying. Yeah. This totally makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, it's good you have someone who thinks this way, because not everyone thinks like that. Because you can equally have some sisters that are very crazy and they won't be willing to pay.
On paying. Even if you decide to do something for her for free, she'll be like, "Cows, no. If you don't have money, you're coming to me.
Yeah.
You have to take money from me for everything." And she'll pay. And with what you were saying previously, so dates, a client, I decided to be nice and send her wedding gown to her because of shipping delays, thinking that she was paying me that particular day, that evening. It's been almost 2 weeks now, and the balance is not in, because you know what? The wedding is done.
Yeah. Once it's done and the person have had the value of the garment,
exactly,
they won't see the need of pushing to sort that out.
They will now try to
they will figure out and then bring the money.
Thank you.
You even changed my sleeve.
Now
the neckline wasn't
exactly
fitted. The dress wasn't on the floor enough, and this and that. For you to feel like you owe them some kind of apology.
Oh no! Now they are like, oh, the dollar has depreciated against the CD, so sending me the money, it's costing her so much more.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Then talking about the sleeve is this, the length is this, change this, moves us straight to alterations. Obviously, when you have a dress, people would want to make changes all the time. Now, people want pieces that they can create some change and rewear the pieces. Yeah. You design the garment, you charge for it, it's been paid. You've delivered it, the garments have served its purpose. Now the client brings the garment back to you that it was a man-made tray on the floor. Now I want to wear it to a friend's party, so I need it at knee length, or maybe remove the sleeves or take the tulle off. Because you designed it, many of them expect you to fix these things without wanting to pay for it. How is it in relation to your services? How do you handle these issues?
One thing that I always tell clients is that immediately you pick the dress and you step out of my space, anything that has to do with that garment, it's coming back to me, is being treated as a new something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, because we have insurance.
And you have this in the policy?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great.
I have. And then there is this perception like, oh, you made this dress for me, so why can't you adjust it for free?
Yeah.
No, this is a fashion institute. We have insurances.
Yeah.
Let's say you buy a car, something happens to the car, you carry it, and there's amount of money that you pay to these people.
Yeah.
And then when the time, like when you go through those challenges, you go there, they look at that thing that you do.
Based on that,
and then they do that for you. But we fashion designers, when we make the dress, you pay us for that, and then you go out with it. You don't.
Yeah.
So you don't expect us to receive the dress with big smiles on our face.
And then alter it.
Send a mermaid. I did a client for one lady, Becca. I shipped it to her. Like as Doug was saying, it was a mermaid dress. I was in the office and then she called me like, Angel, I'm in Ghana. I said, okay, I want to come. She brought one top she wants me to make for her. Then the next moment, there is this bag there is this bag she's holding, brings the dress out. It's this beautiful dress I made for her. That's about 3 months ago. Because she wants to rewear the dress, so she wants me to make it straight, and then it has some off shoulder. Probably I can put a tool and then use the tool to do the sleeves and then bead.
It's a lot of work.
So when I'm done, I said, okay. I was responding nicely. Then when she was done, I said, oh, so when you are done, you let me know. I said, okay, please wait. Let me do the invoice and then send it to you. Then she just changed her face. All the big smile disappeared.
Yeah.
Just because I asked her to sit and then wait for her invoice. So
Yeah.
meaning she was expecting me to take off the borders at the back of the gown, take off the horse braids, straighten everything, change the sleeves, like for free.
Yeah,
You're
but
very smart. You see, that was the trap right there. You know the trap.
Yeah.
Bringing the new thing to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bringing the alteration.
Exactly.
It is a trap. That is
Yeah.
what they do. Most of the time.
Okay,
They'll intentionally
okay,
bring something
okay.
new.
Yeah, and pay for
This
that.
is new. And then later they'll
and
be,
then-
and this
Oh.
whole thing.
So
Please
that you
take
feel
notes.
like, okay, since she's coming to make new clothes,
yes, you
at least let me
consider-
do this too.
I will not do it.
Fashion designers should take notes. That thing is a
I will
trap.
not do it.
So they'll always bring new stuff.
New stuff
Don't
first.
bring that
No, 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 no.
exclusively.
I charged her
Okay.
80% of lesser than what she paid for. Yes, because one thing there's one thing about alterations. When you are alterating the dress, at times it takes
More
takes
time.
Hours.
I mean,
Yes, it takes
people
more
who
time.
are alteration specialists. I remember one time buying a shirt, and I needed it altered in Amsterdam. I got to a shop. It was a cottage shop, and the price I was giving was like 5 times the shirt I had bought there, and I took it back. Reason why even a lot of people so abroad, they don't even make clothes. They are more into alterations because they take so much money for alterations. You can't go into a Pierre Cardin shop, buy a dress, and walk back there that you want it altered. These people are so open-minded. They are traveled. They know. But because of the way they see you or the relationship they have with you, they just want to abuse it. So I'm very excited. You've mentioned you have it in policy, and you equally will insist that payment is being done before that can happen, which is a great deal. Now let's look at lack of respect to personal space. I can just imagine having a client who wants to pick their garments and they didn't meet the time, because you can tell the person I close at 5 p.m. and they don't show up, and they can call you at 1 a.m. when you are sleeping. They can call you at any time. Some even can come into the space, and by the time you realize, they have issues with your tailors, like very disrespectful. They don't know boundaries. I mean, the fact that I'm making your garment for you doesn't mean you can call me at anytime. We have designers who have commented on this act of clients reaching out at any time just because they've paid monies to you and you are making the piece. How the situation as well.
Doc, personal space. It's something we take very lightly, but it's very important to us designers. To the extent that if we take it for granted, at the end of the day, when you break down,
Yeah.
they will take their fabrics elsewhere. Our personal space should be protected at all means, like at all costs. If you are supposed to leave at 6, leave at 6. If the person comes at 6:30, you are gone. Then the person will have to wait for the following day. Why should you even go and meet my tailors? You don't have you don't have any business trying to contact my tailor or my people for your dress. You are dealing with me. There shouldn't be any sort of relation between a client and then your tailors. That thing, no, you shouldn't do it. It's not good for us.
So reason why a lot of tailors in brands who leaves end up moving with some clients, because the creative directors are exposing their clients to the tailors, which is totally wrong.
Off.
So I mean, it's a big lesson here that the fact that you have these tailors and you want to take measurements of your client, it's either you or a specific individual you have assigned to take what measurement. The tailor shouldn't even have an idea of who
is
this client is, which I think totally makes sense. So we really have to protect our personal space. And I think sometimes when these things are happening, it's also good we communicate right. We let the clients know that, please, I wouldn't want you to call me at this particular. Sometimes you can be furious, and then when it happens, you can just flare out, which I feel is not also right. You need to let the person know that you don't accept things like this. If it happens again, then you know that there's an individual who is just bent on like being like that.
I work on holidays, right?
Yeah.
But I know some people don't work on holidays. So I was trying to buy a fabric. Yes, on during the holiday, it was Friday, right? The fabric vendor texted me, "Oh, today is a holiday. You don't work on." I said, "Oh, okay. Please kindly process your order on Saturday." And I was like, "Thank you." But you see, our people, the people who are supposed to understand that, because we need them and they need us. No, they'll contact you at Anajo 1. They'll contact you on Sunday. Oh. Sunday. I don't know if some designers work on Sunday, but I know
When they need it,
mostly-
they need their garment, and it's not about anything. For them, it's just about how they feel at a point. I will believe.
The sad thing is about those brides that walks in very late. You have a wedding on Saturday, and as at Friday 9 p.m., you don't even know how your dress looks like, and you have the courage to go to a beauty salon and have your nail done and have your cornrow braided.
How's your garment
I don't-
somewhere?
In fact, their trust need to be studied, because I'm like, I don't get it.
So when you come and I'm
When
not
you
there,
come
a day
and
to
you
your
come and
wedding.
meet an air mask staring at you, like, what happens to your nails? What happens to your hair? Listen, every program, your dress should come first.
Yeah, the most important.
Your dress should come first. At least 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month before your program.
Yeah.
You should be able to know how your dress looks like. Like, how can you sleep? Do you know, dog, a bride has picked up her gown for me on Saturday morning.
The day of the wedding.
And I'm in Winneba. And this lady's wedding was in Ashaiman. Like, people...
And you look even stressed on your big day.
Yes.
Like, I mean, how
As
can
at-
you be the
as at
one
6
moving?
a.m.
risk, like
As at 6 a.m.
And it's very
She was
risky.
at my
Very
entrance.
risky.
God
Very
being so
risky.
good, she wore the dress and everything. And I said, like, hey, Charlie, muyadio, because me, like this, having a wedding Saturday, and now heading towards the designer's place to pick my gown that morning.
It's not possible.
Aish,
It's not.
please.
It's
Personal
not.
space.
I
is
totally
very,
get
very,
it.
very important.
Then we are moving to just get into the final bit. A very important. I know definitely we are talking about this. There is no way we have to skip this, which is on credits. Credits, tagging. I totally love this conversation. I know every designer, this conversation is very important to them, right? I always say you follow celebrities, and when they wear top brands, Dior, Lovans and all that, they'll tag my heel by Lovan, my bag by Dior, my this by that. And these are very expensive luxury brands. But when you make garments for them, they don't see the need of tagging you, because they comment clearly, yes, I have paid for the service. So why should I tag you? If you want me to tag you, you have to give me a free dress. You have to give me a free service. What's your take on that, Carls?
Doc, we didn't know any better. So I think we did a lot of charity work. But as you grow, your eyes will be clear.
Yeah.
Because you need money to run the place, because you can't run your brand down. I know we all want to be credited. It is just beautiful
Exactly.
that someone will create, like, you sit down with someone, create something unique for you.
Yeah.
It is just beautiful that you tag the person without
Necessarily, yeah.
little, do this for me before that, do this for me before that. No problem. So me, before the dress goes out, if I really like the dress and I want to post it to ensure myself, I'll put it on the dress form, take videos and pictures of it.
Yeah. So at least if you don't have it in the body form,
on
at
the
least
body
you
form,
have the
you have it to show that if the person posts on the body, the person does not tag you, no problem. Post yours in the studio, the one in the studio. Post yours, tag yourself. In fact, if possible, do an ad. Let it go viral. Everybody will know that
you made
it
that.
for yourself. There is this fashion designer. We're in the same class with her, with you. She was making a particular musician's video, the dresses the person was wearing for the video. And you know what they were doing? They were tagging another popular brand that the person made it. Meanwhile, she had receipts, the cutting, the sourcing of the fabric, the cutting, every process. She had
This
it.
is totally wrong.
But you see, they
How
were
do you
giving the
credit
credit.
someone's
and you
creative
see
to?
structures in place.
Yeah.
some of us,
Yeah, she should
some
put
of our
structures in
people.
place.
Yeah.
Why would you even do that to a colleague?
Yeah.
It is witchcraft.
Totally wrong.
Totally wrong. You didn't make it, but you are saying you made it. It is stealing. Okay, let them not tag her. That's fine. But then don't give the credit to
yourself,
someone else.
Exactly.
It is just not. It is wrong on all levels. To me, if you tag me, fine. I'll thank you. If you don't tag me, that is also fine. I took my money
come back
anyway.
to me too. When you don't tag me and you need my services again, you can't come back to me and expect me to give you a discount.
I think from a business point of view, I mean, no one owes you a tag generally because they've paid for the services. Unless you have intentionally given out the thing that maybe like a celebrity or an influencer. You want them to support or push something you're doing. So I give you one of my pieces to wear so that you can post and tag me like a lot of brands do. However, I feel it's just nice. I mean, it's just nice to support growing brands. It's just beautiful. It takes nothing from you. You mentioning them that, oh, this person did this dress for me or did that for me. One or two people can contact them and you are helping a business.
Yeah.
So it's just like your moral. I mean, no one owes you that tag me, but the same way you would want to tag Versace for the world to know you're wearing Louis Vuitton is the same way you should tag Araba for the world to know that you are wearing Araba. It's very important. So this has been an incredible one. I don't know if you have some bits to share, maybe some other incidents that have happened or you feel are common conflict sources that probably we haven't touched on.
Okay, so Doc, there is this one aspect of in our industry. Sometimes you make a dress and then the clients ask you to send him or her a video or a picture. Based on the picture they see and then the video they see, they start to create some. I don't know how to put it. They are like, why is the bust like that? The dummy looks too small. The dress, the neck, as in the common son, the dress neck looks big. The color is different.
But they'll come and fit and it's just it.
Like, I don't understand why some clients react that way. At least, even if I'm shipping the dress to you or you are coming in to fit it, why don't you walk into the space
and see
the dress before, when you have some problems or concerns, you can raise it. But immediately the video lands and then you see the blue ticks and then audio starts flowing. Sometimes you are like, at times the dress goes and then they are mute.
Yeah. After fitting. And so you want to even follow up to say, okay, after your comment, but the person will go
quiet because they were ashamed of how they went about the whole thing. They are not able to come back to you. And sometimes you ship a dress, when they receive the dress, they won't tell you anything. But immediately you hear from them, then that means that probably the zip got on, you forgot the hook and eye, or you didn't add the ribbon for the lacing. But when the dress is perfect, I expect that same
It
energy.
makes sense.
I expect that same energy flying back to us in Ghana or Nigeria. Let us know that we did a perfect job. And then when they post the dress on their status, they are happy to tag the makeup artist. They are happy to tag the
hairstylist.
the decor. And then when it gets to the dress, you see big emojis of eyes on. Like there is no statement there. Then that means wayo. They have told their colleagues they bought a dress for either Turkey or Dubai. So me,
they
when
can't
I
tag.
see that those dresses like that, I zoom the picture, screenshot it, and then post it on my page without telling you anything. Because it's very sad. And then these are some of these clients comes in very late.
Yeah.
Expect you to do a lot at a shorter time. Ship these dresses under serious stress. And then it goes, they are happy doing videos, they are happy, the tags are going, flying up and down. And when it gets to your end,
It's something.
It's very sad.
I get it. Cows.
Doc, I just want we need them, they need us.
Yeah.
I keep saying this and I won't stop saying it. And as you walk, sometimes maybe your leg or your feet will hit a stone and you can fall. Same way, as we are designing, we may make mistakes. We are not perfect. You took a risk coming to us. Every designer can make a mistake. No one is perfect. But when the mistakes happen, how do we address it? We made them. Don't take our designs to other people, other designers to fix for us.
Yeah.
Especially when we are around. Bring them.
Yeah.
We will fix them for you. It's just we can't always get it right.
Yeah.
But when we make mistakes, I know most of my colleague designers are willing to correct when they make mistakes. And so they should just give us the chance to. And not what I ordered versus
what I got. I mean, you are totally right.
And then our fellow designers shouldn't also be entertaining the snide remarks from clients, because as she's there bad mouthing one designer
they'll do the same thing to you. They'll do the same thing to you.
Don't let us
don't encourage clients who come into your space to talk about other brands.
It doesn't help anybody.
Don't as a designer, doing that is totally wrong. Don't forget the client you are fitting that is commenting, I've been to this brand and this is what she did, and you are also trying to add a thing or two to it. That same client will go somewhere and even go and say, you said this about that designer.
Thank you.
And at the end of the day, they'll be creating enmity between brands. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. So if you're a fashion designer watching this, please do not entertain clients who come into your space and bring up other brands in the picture, conversations on how terrible they are, how they're unable to create great designs, and you are there supporting that client. That same client will go somewhere and comment on the fact that you said this about the brand. So please, respect yourself enough not to entertain that. I mean, we are talking about common issues that brings conflict, but trust me, we have amazing clients out there. Yeah. To all the amazing clients who keep referring us to other people, who keep making the process so seamless, who do the listening, who always bring their ideas on board and are always collaborative to the process, God richly bless you. And to those who are troublesome, keep being troublesome. And we will avoid you all the time. Very, very important. Thank you for tuning in to this enlightening conversation on the Velvet Podcast, and a very big thank you to our esteemed guest. It's been an incredible session. We have thrown light on so many issues that happens in the business, and as a fashion designer, you need to put things right and understand not every client is a perfect fit. try as much as possible to avoid the terrible ones, because you need sanity, you need your business to thrive. Most importantly, I am Dr. Clement Asemnyra, your host, and it's been an incredible one. Please do well to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and be sure to turn on the notification icon. Get notified anytime I upload the content on this channel. I'll see you in the next episode. And wait, I'm bringing someone special. Since we have addressed this issues, we want to see how seamlessly we can put certain things in place to have a very good service for client and brand management. I'll see you in the next episode.